demand, kind of ish.
It feels like forever.
It does. Well, we've seen you recently because. Well, we've seen you recently, but we've
straight into that link.
Straight into. Look, it's like we're professionals. For anyone who was under a rock for the last, I know we've been advertising this for like 6 months. We were at Weston-super-Lesfic.
Yes, we were.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Feels like ages. Yeah.
I know. It's mad.
Must be.
So for those who don't know, Weston-super-Lesfic is a free event in Weston-super-Mare in the UK. There's going to be another one. I don't think the dates have been sorted yet, have they? They're end of November, middle to end of November again, back in Weston-super-Mare. I had a great time. What did you think of it, Claire? You enjoy yourself?
I loved it. I like any excuse to get together anyway, so you know it doesn't need much for me to be there. But yeah, it was great fun. There was a lot of people turned up. Brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. And we've got another event. You're organising Crawley's South Coast Lesfic hangout in, I always forget the dates, May the 2nd. It's moved dates because of the bank holiday moving. But that's fine. We've got it booked for the 2nd. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of news to come from that later on in the year. Maybe towards Christmas, there might be a little announcement. Oh, look. Well done there, Radley to Sterner Jr.
Junior?
You know what? It's all back to front on me. It's all like, hang on, what am I reading there? Oh, yes, Radley, Sterner.
Yeah, I think it's all mirrored.
Oh, that went so wrong.
The little one at the bottom. On my screen, you're the little one at the bottom.
Oh.
Story of my life, that is. I'm the little one at the bottom.
Oh, but you know, you're just cute there. It's fine. Yeah. But yes, not so get basically being professional. Yes, towards the end of the year, Christmas, there may be an announcement that people might want to be interested in.
Very exciting.
Something exciting coming up.
Something very exciting.
And in February, Emma and I will be over in Gulfport in Florida. I can never remember what it's called. It's the Gulfport Readout.
Readout.
Yes, Readout.
The person who's not going and the person who hasn't organised it both know, but me, I've got no idea. We're not attending the official event, but we happen to be on holiday in the area, seeing our friend, the mouse. So we were... my friend the mouse, if we're honest. So if we've travelled 9 hours, it'll be stupid not to travel the extra hour. So we'll be there on Saturday, the 1st of February. So if you're in the Florida, Tampa vicinity, or you're not and you fancy some sun, then just inviting everyone. I've got no idea what this event is.
Come watch some panels with us, because that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to sit there and listen to the readings and watch the panels and just do some networking and chat to people. So
networking.
Hope to see you guys there.
Amazing. It's going to be
Sounds
fun.
good.
Anyway, so obviously the show is we should be writing, but we're not. We're recording the show. But Claire, have you been doing any writing, or have you been...
I have done some writing, yes, on well, I've been writing a short story for something that I might be involved in next year, and I've got a new book coming out on around the 10th. Haven't quite decided on the exact date, but I think it'll be the 10th because I like the number 10. It's quite good. I was struggling, maybe the number 9. I don't know, sort of whatever. Just pick it out of the hat.
Yeah,
pick it out of the hat. It's fine. And I did an interview with Claire Highton on her podcast, so that was really cool. I don't know when that's coming out, but that should be out soon. And yeah, other than that, being ill, I'm fine. Being ill, but you know, got over it. I'm back.
Didn't even take you out for a day, did it? It was like you're like, I don't have time. 12
hours of illness, and there I am back at the computer, not writing.
So many winter bugs going around now. Everyone seems to be struggling with their stomachs.
Well, I hope that's it. I don't want any more bugs, thank you very much. I've got far too much to do. Not writing. Yeah.
What about you? Are you writing, or you should be writing?
Well, a little bit of both. I haven't been writing that much because I've been having some of my usual eye issues where I get eye strain from staring too much at the same sentence over and over.
I feel like I should just...
There you go.
There we go.
I feel better
Join
now.
the glasses
I'm part of the
crew.
gang. Like I'm part of the gang.
Yeah, there you go.
That's better. But yeah, other than that, when I've been able to, I have been doing some work on my second draft of my next romance book. So yes, slowly but surely getting there. And then the rest of the time, just trying to not work too much, and doing some other stuff, running around bothering my wife so she can't work either.
Good.
Wow.
Because I have no medical issue. I have not been sick and I have no eye strain, but I still manage to find ways to not write. So I've been doing some, but today we moved in this house nearly 4 years ago. And when we moved in, there was a slight problem with the back door in that it didn't quite close properly. It was secure and everything, but in the winter you get a bit of a draft. So after nearly 4 years, today I was like, should I work on my manuscripts or should I try to fix the door? So I spent an hour trying to fix the door. And then when I'd done that, I celebrated by playing on the PlayStation. So we really should be writing in my case. Not
but
good.
It's good that you have your game though, because you're not great at like taking time off. So the fact that you have like a PlayStation game you really want to play means that you do actually take time off. And I think
you
that's
do,
important.
of course, have a game that people can buy and play.
Absolutely. If you want to play going up,
you are a proper gamer.
Yeah.
You know.
Although I have to admit, I've never ever played one of those chapter story. See, I didn't know what they're called. No, those are they role play games, sort of.
Is it like one of these ones you like get a little bit of a scene and then it goes, what do you want to do next?
Yes, it's exactly like that.
A bit like choose your own ending, but in a game.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
but lots of people have played it and they tell me they enjoy it a lot and then they want to buy the book, or they tell me they enjoyed the book and then they enjoyed the game. So
fabulous.
And I did get a message from someone who had nothing to do with me. She never known about me before, but she played the game. She's a fan of those kinds of games, and she contacted me and said thank you because they've never had any lesbian content on that platform before. So I was like, thank you. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I did it.
Yay.
Representation.
Exactly, it's important. I'm getting darker and darker in here. We had sunlight earlier. Is it sunny
we have
down
blue
there?
Sky.
Yeah, we got blue
obviously
sky.
not just my backdrop here, but actually proper blue sky.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, like me and Amanda, we're in different parts of the house, and obviously I have this light on this side, and she's in the shadows over there.
I'm in the dark.
Dark side.
I can get my vitamin D if I kind of go like that, and then I come back to my writing den. I was the person who decided to paint this wall a really dark navy because it looks lovely, but obviously it doesn't mean I sit here by candlelight like
in the dark. Yeah.
Anyway, Claire, I know you've been sick, but have you been to the cinema?
Well, before I was sick, yes. I don't know what's going on with my hair.
I don't know what's going on with my hair.
A bit messy there. Yes, I've tied in my inspirational women and cinema by going and watching Harriet. Amazing. I loved it. I mean, as much as you can love people being cruel to each other, it was, because I have no idea who this Harriet Tubman is apart from a few little bits I've seen online, so I didn't really know anything about her. And the story is she's like a superhero without a cape. In fact, actually she did have a cape at one point, but this woman born into slavery, treated like utter crap her entire life, gets the guts to just say enough, escapes, and then comes back to save other people. It's just amazing. Over and over, not just once. She didn't just think, I'll just pop up and pick up a couple of people I know. She went back for like 70 odd people and brought them like over 100 miles on foot to safety before going back and doing it again. It was just amazing. And then after that, she did the whole fighting in the Civil War and leading armies in and rescuing more people. She's just awesome. And I'm so glad that I got the chance to see, even if it's just, I probably highly doubt that everything is as factual as it should be. but it's more facts than I ever had before about her. So I'm interested to read up on her or to find out more about her anyway from that film. So
Yeah.
and the soundtrack is brilliant. I'm kind of in love with that at the moment. So.
We are massively frustrated because it's not on at our local cinema or any of the other chains of our local cinema.
We would still go on Trent.
Well, it's not even just us. It's not anywhere nearby. We would have to travel 40 miles to go and see it.
Oh my goodness.
Ashton under
Lynn.
over
That's just shocking.
something.
Ashton doing something. No, it's crazy. I think it's because it's Christmas. Harriet came out in America months ago in a traditionally a little bit quieter period. And here it's launched at the end of November, so straight into Christmas. So you've got Frozen on about 3,000 screens in our local cinema. We went to the cinema yesterday. I have never seen so many little girls and boys, in fact, dressed as Anna and Elsa. And there was one dressed as Sven, which was the best. This little girl who dressed fully in a reindeer outfit. I was like, you win. But yeah,
I used to have a reindeer onesie. Just putting it out there.
Who wouldn't want that? But
that's like your panda head. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I love my panda head. Yeah.
But yeah, I think because it's up against that, and then Knives Out and Jumanji's coming out in about a week and a half.
And the 21 Bridges and a few
21 Bridges. I want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Blue Story, if we're allowed to say it, but we are allowed to see it here. We're not rough enough to have it taken away from us here.
Is that what it is? Yeah. So I could be in trouble then in Crawley. They might decide we're a bit rough.
Yeah.
Not having it down there. I don't know.
No,
well, we don't have a View cinema. I think that might be one of the reasons as well, do we?
Well, we have one in Newcastle under Lyme as a View. But I don't know. I don't look. I literally, I saw that Harriet wasn't on our local, and I was like, well, then I'll go to the Odeon. Got all of my high horse, and then realised Odeon wasn't showing it, and then I went, well, then we'll go to View. And View's not showing it, and then I started looking, and I tweeted to Cineworld and was like, why don't we get Harriet? And they literally just came back and went, oh, it's capacity. And I was like, you're still showing Joker.
Yeah, and that's months old. You could take that off for one day.
Yeah,
take it off and just put Harriet on for one day then, if that's you think that you're going to get that amount of people in to see it. But
Joker's on every day at like 10 or 12. I was like, you know what? I will go to the cinema at 10 o'clock in the morning. I've got no problem at all. Just let me see the bloody film. So
I'm shocked. And I don't know, how many screens do you have in your Cineworld then?
9.
Oh, we got 15.
Yeah,
and then we've got the IMAX and the 4DX.
Posh.
Yeah, wow.
I know.
Okay. End meeting.
Yeah, I'm off to the cinema. Bye.
I don't know. The Odeons, I can't remember. The Odeon's about the same. I mean, like within driving 10 minutes, there are 3 multiplex cinemas near us.
Yeah, so I think one would have it.
Yeah, but they're all showing the same old crap. I mean, they're obviously all showing Frozen, and they're all showing Knives Out, which we went to see, which is brilliant.
Yes.
But no Harriet, so we are not allowed any culture. But we do have the telly, and Emma can tell you all about what we watch on the telly.
Yeah.
Well, we tried to get our culture in there instead because we've been
so you've been watching I'm a Celebrity then.
I take pride in I have never seen an episode of that. Not to be judgy, whatever floats your boat. If that's your show, go with it. But yeah,
it's a pile of shit.
Well, I wouldn't put it like that. It's not my cup of tea.
No, I have watched a couple of episodes, so I can stand on solid ground and I say that it's not for me.
It's probably the only reality show I might consider watching, just because I like the idea of celebrities,
eating a maggot.
Yeah, eating crap and doing horrible things for a lot of money. I mean, if they're going to get paid to do it for a lot of money, I want to see it. But yeah, I just I lose the interest when it tells me I'm a celebrity and they're not. That's when I'm kind of like, no, you're in a reality TV show, you're not a celebrity.
No.
That's like us 3 saying we are celebrities now, and actually we've got more claim to it than people that are on Essex or Chelsea or whatever.
I don't even really know what Made in Chelsea is. It's quite funny. Like
A
someone
load
was,
of posh people running around swearing, isn't it? I don't know.
I've never seen it.
But what they do, they must.
But
do
I don't know.
something.
But I don't know if it's real or
I
it's a
know.
show. I haven't got a clue. Like I don't know.
I
if
think
it's-
somebody explained it to me that they're kind of like a half scripted, half improv. So they kind of get told what they're going to have a discussion about, and then they just go
Mm.
say what they like, do what they want, and oh, Emma's looking something strange.
Yeah,
there.
no, I heard a really loud beep, but it was the dishwasher.
It's the dishwasher. The dishwasher's going, I'm done. Hello.
I love that show.
Stop talking. And anyway, but we don't
Sorry,
watch.
anyway,
We don't
we're
watch
off track.
reality TV,
No.
but we do watch.
We watched The Crown. Well, me and Amanda have been watching The Crown. We went through that at the speed of, well, impressive for us.
Impressive for
And then we
me.
do actually write and do other stuff occasionally. But yeah, we managed to sandwich all of that, like the last season, in between watching or re-watching Doctor Who, which we've been doing as well.
Oh, I love Doctor Who.
Yeah. Starting to get ready for the next season next year.
I know. Whole year.
Can't wait.
Whole year. And
That's
no
the
Christmas
BBC for you.
special.
But I've heard a rumor that it will be back very soon in the new year. Like maybe this is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but maybe actually New Year's Day.
That'd be brilliant.
Because I don't know if anyone follows the Doctor Who official Twitter account, but literally they went, we finished filming today. And the next day it was trailer, spoiler, trailer. And I was just like, what? They just really ramped it up. So I think the production, I don't think they can rush production, but they can rush like the post-production.
Getting it on
getting it out,
TV.
so
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
That'd be cool.
And we're watching another BBC programme, aren't we, Emma?
Go on.
Yeah, we're watching Historic Materials,
I
which
love it.
is was a bit pressured because I really love those books, even though it was quite a long time since I read them. But so far, it's really lived up to my expectations. It's really good. I mean, the writing's good, the acting is good, the effects are amazing. So yeah, really enjoying that and struggling to kind of be able to wait for the next episode. Have you seen it?
I have to binge. No, I haven't seen it. I'll watch things when they're finished. So when it's the whole season is ready to watch, I'll tend to sort of sit down and when I'm ill, go and binge watch TV. So guess what I've been doing for the last 2 days?
I was gonna say, well, you've been ill now.
Yeah.
But I tend to discover things that people have watched, 3 or 4 years ago. I happen to go, oh, have you seen so-and-so? It's brilliant. And they're like, yeah, that's been finished in like 4 years. I'm like, oh, so they're not making any more then?
Yeah, you're like, when's the next series? They're like, all those actors are dead.
Damn it.
But in a way, it's good because that means that those of us who've seen it before get to squee about it again when you see it. Like with the the Mackenzie Davis thing. Send you to Paris.
Yes.
The Black Mirror Send You to Paris. So when you saw that, and I got a chance to talk to you about that again. It was like having discovered it all over again. So that does have its good sides as well.
Of course. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, and before I forget, we're also watching The Good Place, and we are not yet watching, but do really want to watch The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. Yes. When Britain is allowed Disney Plus, because at the moment we're not allowed that channel, but when we get doled out the shows,
last day of March 2020, we get it. And I as an author, as a content creator, I do not pirate things. I have in the past, but I don't now. Because there's quite a few authors I know who complain bitterly every time one person downloads their book for free, but they will quite happily pirate entire TV series of things. And they're like, well, I'm not paying for that. And I'm like, well...
Yeah, and some of them say like, oh, but that this is a corporation, it can afford the losses. Yeah, but everyone working
if
in
everyone
the
did that, if we all did it for nothing, nobody would be getting paid for anything. So,
and I think it's really important because quite often, within our community, we watch things which might have LGBT content and they don't get as high ratings as other things. So if all of us then go, click this link to download for free, and we all pirate it, then it looks like that show
nobody wanted to watch it.
And then we won't get any more, and then we can't complain. So
Look at us being all adult.
look at me.
The days we just used to pirate stuff, now we're like, well,
Yeah,
actually,
now
there
I'm
are
on my high horse.
consequences
I
to
know,
your
I
behaviour.
know. Long gone are those days down the pub when somebody'd walk in and go, couple of DVDs, fiver.
Do they always talk at
Was
the
it
side
Oh,
of their
too
mouth?
technical for me. I can't be doing with VPNs and God knows what else you got to hide. I'm like, what? I've no idea.
My
Yeah.
dad once said, he said, oh, someone he knew had got this he said, this special box that you plug it in and you get all of this stuff. And I was like, do you think that's a good idea? Yeah. I was like, they will find you and you will be fined, which happened to someone else he knew. They got a letter from Warner Music years ago because
Ooh.
their daughter had been downloading music, and they got a bill for £5,500 because their daughter had just been sitting there going, I'll have that album and that album and that album. And because I think they were with Sky basically, Warner Brothers or Warner Music said, give us the names of all the people who've accessed these sites, and Sky went, there you go. She got a very big bill. She got it down, but she did have to pay a huge amount or go to court, so gotta be careful.
Yes, you do.
Anyway,
Consequences.
Claire, you
Yes.
are aware that my cat Bruno and we had an issue.
A falling out.
We did. I'll explain to others. I was cooking dinner. I'm still not over it, I'm getting annoyed thinking about it. And Bruno, I got a full glass of milk and I stuck it on the table and turned my back.
Should we said that Bruno is Amanda's favourite? Like, he can get away with anything, and he's her little baby, and he's never to be blamed.
He's big and dumb and just lovely. But the bastard, I turned around and he had his little face in that glass of milk, drinking it, contaminating the entire glass. So I shouted and called him a few choice names.
Yeah. Bruno was in the bad books.
We didn't talk to each other for 3 days.
They literally, like, they kind of like, they'd meet in the hallway, they'd go different ways, like, not look at each other. Even the cat was like,
I was angry because he'd done something naughty. He was angry because I shouted at him because I caught him doing something naughty. And the other night, he came up on the sofa and kind of looks at me and then, like, headbutted my arm. And I was like, yeah, all right. So the thaw has started.
They are friends again. Oh.
We're getting there. But having to recount this story.
Do you need maybe, like, counselling together?
I think we
Emma
might.
Emma could sit between you and...
oh, neither of them listen to me.
No,
That would be
true.
pointless.
Not really.
Maybe you should try, Claire, because I'm not going to listen to
I think
me.
you'd have a lot more luck. But anyway, that's our pet story. And Bruce, as always, is just under the desk, being very well behaved and never doing anything wrong. So, how's life with yours?
Your pets.
Well, being ill, I actually had, Tumble, the psychopath of Peace Pottage. She was actually very loving. And
Aw.
came and sat on my bed, which made me worry that maybe I was dying or something. She was there to kind of,
feel it.
see me off, because she's not normally disinterested. But actually, yeah, because I slept in the spare room so that Lou could get a good night's sleep, bless her. And Tumble slept with me. And I was like, I'm not sure. What are you doing in here?
Did she give you some paperwork to sign?
Bud. Yeah, she's been like my best bud. I don't know. Yeah, she's been all right. She did kill a mouse, but what can I do?
That's a cat being nice, right?
Well, she didn't bring it in this time, so at least there's that. I could have found that on the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great if you're nauseous. Someone just brings a little corpse to you and just drops it on you.
Exactly.
You might be hungry.
Yeah.
Eat something.
Oh. Not good. Not good.
But yeah, still no sign of Trevor.
Oh.
Definitely.
The hedgehog.
I know.
Poor Trevor.
R.I.P. Trev.
I know. We're going to have maybe a funeral or something out in the garden without the body. But
say.
Just a little
you can
memorial.
Never get closure without the body, though, can you?
I know. Just bury the hedgehog house or something as a memorial. I don't know.
Whoa! Whoa, hold the front page. Have you got a hedgehog house?
Yeah.
You're so much more interesting now. What's a hedgehog house?
It's a hedgehog house. Have you not seen a hedgehog house?
No.
They're a bit like, they look a bit like a tortoise shell. So they're quite big, and then they've got a little entrance. And Lulu made a little sign, hedgehogs.
I love Lulu.
I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it and send you it. It's hilarious. Yeah. We've got everything out there. We've got beehives, not hives, but like these things you hang on the fences or up in the trees and stuff, and the bees can go in and make homes. And I don't know what they do in there, but they do that. And we've got all the
gravel.
We've got loads of stuff. Our garden is set out for every creature that could possibly live in the wilderness.
Aww.
It's set out for bees and butterflies, and I don't know. That's why I say it's Tumble's playhouse. She's just like, things to kill.
Yeah.
We're trying to make them survive, and Tumble's out there trying to kill them all off. So I don't know. We're doing our best.
It's a balance of nature.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
But yes, we do have a hedgehog house.
Beautiful.
Now vacant.
Yeah.
Vacant. Yes.
Hello for sale.
I've got a sign up, room for rent.
Let by Highton-Stevenson's agency. Inquire inside.
Oh. Ignore the cat.
Ignore the cat.
Duck.
That won't bother you.
Claire, you were mentioning Harriet earlier. Did you want to talk some more about her? She was presumably in your little book.
She was in my little book. Where is my little book? There it is. There's my little book. See? Her story. And yeah, I just, look, see, open straight to Harriet. There
we go.
There,
Nice.
See? She said, there's a little quote that she said. Well, I'm assuming she said it. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But she said, I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things I had a right to, liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other.
That takes bravery.
Powerful stuff.
She was brave, honestly. I mean, I would like to know how much of the film was kind of fiction and how much was factual, because I know there was definitely one character who plays quite a large part in it, and she is fiction. I'm assuming she must be based on someone. I don't know. But
we'll buy you a biography for Christmas.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, it was just awesome. And I just think as well, the actress that played her, Cynthia, she was just brilliant.
She's British, isn't she?
Yeah.
She is British, which I was surprised at. And she was in Widows as well, which is why I was looking at her thinking, I've seen you in something. I couldn't think what it was. And then I remembered, she was in Widows, which was reasonably all right. Not quite as good as the English version, but
but she's gone up in the world now.
Yeah, but yeah, she was amazing, and her voice, she does all the singing as well in the film, all the songs, just was awesome. It was like that thing as well, when like when the film ends, nobody moved.
Yeah,
everyone just sat there and just kind of let it all sink in.
Yeah,
and it was just it was just brilliant. I think they could probably make 2 or 3 films out of that woman, because there was so much story that they packed in that they obviously had to cut out a lot as well. And it was very cleverly done the way they had her keep backwards and forwards in and things. So you knew that she was doing a lot, but it was just in 1 or 2 scenes and stuff like that. And then it kind of, as it got towards the end, it would skip forward and tell you what she'd done towards the end of her life. But they could easily make another film out of the end of her life if they wanted to. She was just awesome. Yeah, really, really good. It was a very powerful film, very uncomfortable watching. Yeah, because there's some scenes that, as a human being, as a woman, it's just horrible to watch those scenes. Yeah, but we all know they existed. We all know that happened. You can't deny it and you can't ignore it. It's there. And I think the film did a really, really good job, because it wasn't explicitly gory or anything. It didn't go, the scenes implied more than what they actually showed a lot of the time, which I think sometimes is actually more powerful than, putting some gory image up on the screen that's easily forgotten. Yeah. So yeah, it was brilliant. Definitely go and watch it if you can, or if not, get it on video or
If you
whatever.
don't live in a dead area like we do.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for the DVD.
Well, because we're in America in just under
January,
2
February.
months. So I reckon it might still be on at some of the big multiplexes out there because it is their story and it is such a big film. I wonder if we might be able to. I wonder if we might have to fly 9 hours to go
Just
see the
see Harriet.
Yeah, we're like, we found it.
We could travel to Birmingham. I mean, that'd be an hour by car. But yeah. In worst case, we'll fly 9 hours to see this movie. Definitely.
Birmingham? What, do you want to go to Birmingham?
Well, yeah, that is where they bring machetes into cinemas.
Yeah, well,
what is that all about?
Was she 15 or was she younger?
13, wasn't she? Wasn't it a 13-year-old with a machete?
13-year-old girl with a machete. You go to
just
Birmingham if
crazy.
you want.
So you've got lunatics at the cinema with machetes and women and older people fighting in Audis with bloody shopping trolleys over Kevin the bloody Carrot. I don't even know what Kevin the Carrot is. I had to ask on Facebook this morning.
I know what Kevin the Carrot is. He's for the advertising
I've never
campaign
seen
for
it.
Aldi, but people are fighting
he's not
over
just-
it.
It's going to be like a stuffed toy or something, right? It's not
Yes,
just
they've
a
made
carrot.
like a plush
Yeah, people fighting over carrots.
phallic size carrot thing. I don't know. I've never seen the advert. Like I say, I don't watch telly very much, so I've no idea what Kevin the bloody Carrot is. But apparently he's Aldi's big Christmas
mascot.
toy.
Yeah.
And so they had I suppose it's a Black Friday event, and they had because you can't get much cheaper than Aldi's as it is without going Black Friday on it. I don't know what you mean. Well, they're giving it away. I don't know. But anyway, apparently they have these toys, and people were using shopping trolleys as weapons. What is wrong with the world?
Wow.
Seriously, I don't get it. What is wrong with these people? It's mad.
People go mad, don't they?
I know.
But then we
And
don't.
it's Black Friday today. You know that there's going to be stories today and tomorrow covered the internet with people fighting and going nuts over 50 pence off a TV. It's just.
But it's funny though, isn't it? Because we
bonkers.
don't really do Black Friday that much in the UK, but where we do, it's generally stores that are quite cheap anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
You're not going to walk into John Lewis and get like £200 off a.
No.
I was trying to think of something.
Imagine Harrods.
Anything.
Imagine Harrods doing Black Friday.
No.
Not really.
But it was Asda. Asda used to do it quite because Asda's part of the
Asda.
Walmart group, and Asda used to be quite into it. And then too many people, basically, well,
I think Tesco's
nuts.
did it one year, didn't they? And there was, didn't somebody get stabbed or something over a TV? I'm
something
pretty sure
happened
they
over
did.
TV. Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
over a TV, isn't it?
I know. Like the rest of the world can't get by without a television.
But it's bizarre. It's like suddenly people are like, I must buy this TV today because it's £50 off of it, and
I'm going to kill someone.
I will have to murder. If I have to murder, I have to murder. I must have this TV.
Let me think. 50 quid off this TV, 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
I know. I'll take the 10 years.
But the thing is, when you go into your local Tesco, like when you get into your car and you drive to Tesco and you go in, there's like, and I don't know, I don't stock Tesco's, but there's like 10 TVs there. Why don't you just go online to Amazon, or any other store? Other stores are available, and get the deal from there, where they have a big warehouse where Jeff will pick it for you and deliver it to your house. It's just, isn't that a better idea?
And you'll still get the Black Friday deal.
Exactly, and you didn't have to go out with a knife.
Didn't even have to leave the house.
No,
or raid the kitchen drawers.
Didn't have to get dressed.
No, it could be in your. Was a reindeer onesie? No, it was a
reindeer onesie. Yes, I did. I did have a reindeer onesie. I might have to get another one. Cat destroyed it. She decided she was going to, because Christmas was finished and I just kind of left it in a pile. And the cat decided she'd make a bed out of it. And so it was all the, the kneading and the little claws. There was holes everywhere in it. So I was just like, oh.
I thought you meant the cat ruined it because Christmas was over.
Well, maybe that's what it was. Maybe she was just annoyed she didn't get enough Christmas presents. I don't know.
I thought you meant the cat ruined it because you came in wearing it and it thought it was some kind of predator and it just defending the property. Were you injured?
I see if I've got a picture somewhere. I've got a picture somewhere of me in my Rudolph onesie.
Well, of course you do.
With my friend Chris as Santa. Yeah, it was just,
Okay, so we
Enough
need a
said
picture
about
of,
that anyway.
picture of that and a picture of the hedgehog house. Right. Moving on. Emma, as the only person who does any reading, what are you reading?
Well, I'm probably reading about the same kind of books as I did last time we had this chat, because I kind of put everything aside when The Starless Sea came out. So The Starless Sea is Erin Morgenstern's new book, the author of The Night Circus. And I loved The Night Circus when it came out. At one point, I owned it in audio, paperback, and hardback. That's sad. So when her new book came out, I kind of made Amanda drive me to like biggest shopping center where I knew it would be, and got a copy right away. And I've been kind of trying to read just a few pages at a time to make it last, because I'm really enjoying it. So my reading is kind of down a little bit, but I am getting there.
It's like a gym exercise for her then, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Let me
so
just get my
big.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, we got that weeks ago. You are really,
Yeah,
you're a very
out.
slow reader, darling.
Done. That's pretty much what's happening now. It's just kind of like a few sentences at a time because I don't want it to end. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm not sure if it's everyone's cup of tea, because her The Night Circus was obviously about magic and kind of like obviously a circus and Victorian, and this is very different. It's kind of like a lot of little stories in different time periods, and some that are existing out of time to make things more complicated, and they're all kind of tying into each other, but it takes a long while before they start to tie into each other. But as many books now, I have to say, in the fantasy genre that have a lot of characters, there are LGBT characters, which I think is a great step forward for mainstream publishing, that is happening more and more in the fantasy books I'm picking up. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I recommend it and I love it. And the second we finish recording this, I'm probably going to go read my 2 pages a day.
Your quota.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
Well, from some highbrow literature to what I've been reading, we have a local paper, as many places in Britain do, and it's shit, as many in Britain are. And it consists of 2 things. It consists of utter nonsense and things that any old person has sent in. And
it's your own story.
Yeah, I'm sure that the journalists are doing their best. I mean, it's ropey because...
No, they're not.
Okay, I'm trying to be nice.
I know, but I'm not. No, this is nonsense. It's always nonsense. And it's always like, yeah.
Well, they don't fact check very well, because they thought that
Robert Downey Jr. was locally here. There are celebrities here, but Robert Downey Jr. did not pop into a pub in Longton. That was a guy called, I think it was Bob, who made up a lie, and it went onto the front page of the local newspaper website. Anyway, much better story. This woman called Harriet Harper sent a letter in, and basically she's made a call, and I kind of agree with this story. The reason I'm reading this one is because I kind of agree with her premise, but also it just shows the kind of nonsense that will end up in the paper, and I had to scroll precisely once to find this story. It's that high up on the and it's not frequently read, it's where they've placed it. So what's her name? Harriet Harper. She has written a letter to the paper to call for pensioners to be banned from supermarkets during busy times. She says they should have a curfew to allow busier people to do their shopping. Being a busy mum, I'm forever dashing around. And she said, a visit to the supermarket is an ordeal. I get delayed at the deli as elderly Doris requests 1 slice of tongue.
Elderly Doris!
1 slice of tongue.
Further congestion greets me in the aisles, yet more pensioners peruse shelves looking for hobnobs and Horlicks. May I propose some kind of a codger curfew? No OAPs to clog the aisles between 1 and 5 p.m. Then those of us that need to do a trolley dash at speed no longer get waylaid. Now, an editor's note has been inserted here saying, we think Harriet wrote this letter tongue firmly in cheek. but we'd love to hear your thoughts regarding which these things. Try your patience with shopping. And
yeah.
I agreed with everything up until when Harriet said that they should be out between 1 and 5, because 1 and 5 is surely the ultimate time when the old codgers should be out. That's when all the majority of the
kids are in. Let them go in with the mums with kids and who are getting in the way of us fast and furious shoppers that need to be in and out. Exactly. I want to go in at 11 a.m, whiz round, be done, home in time for lunch, afternoon to myself.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be fighting with school kids and children in prams.
No.
Who are much more of a problem.
Move on gay thing works. It's kind of like just, you're just kind of trying to lister your way through the shop, and there's always like someone in the way.
Exactly. I mean, little old Doris getting her one slice of ham is not holding me up really, because I can just maneuver around her. Somebody with a pram with 6 kids in it and a trolley is taking up the entire aisle. I can't get past you and I need to go through, and your children are in the way. So if we're going to get rid of old Doris, sorry, you've got to go too, mums.
I think so. I think
people will stop and chat to each other, like especially if they do have a pram and like 20 kids and there's 2 families. They
always stop at the crossroads of all the aisles, so they've blocked 4 routes, and they're just like, why? I always look, and it's like, you're walking through and you're minding your own business and someone goes, oh hi, and you're like, oh damn, what's their name? And then you're like, oh yes, hello. I always look around and I think, let me just pull over to the side. I just pull over to the side and we can have a little catch up and I can try and remember who you are, and then we can move on. We haven't blocked anybody, we haven't got in the way of anybody, apart from if they want the frozen food that's next to us, but we can just shift. It's, we can be aware that we are in the way, but these people, they're not. And I'm sorry, I'm the one that's helping little old Doris, because she normally can't reach the Horlicks at the top there. It's me that's got to kind of,
I am forever
monkey
helping.
Arms. I've got to get up there and get them for her. So I don't mind old Doris being around.
I don't mind. I mean, if I'm walking behind Doris outside the supermarket in the road, then quite frankly Doris can piss off. But in the supermarket, she's fine. Because Doris has got to make that big decision between Cheddar and Wensleydale, and that takes time. So Doris is going to think about that. Doris is probably going to hold those bits of cheese up and think about it, and then she's going to verbally say what she's having for dinner that week and whether or not she needs any cheese. By which time I've probably finished my entire week shopping. So I don't mind. It's more the Harriets, the mums.
And and Doris is probably going to want to be served by a cashier, so she's going to go to a person, and we're going to self-checkout machines. So quite frankly, she's not that much in our way.
No. And poor old Doris possibly hasn't even spoken to anyone that week, and her little hour pooching around the shop might be the only time she gets to speak to anybody or say, a little smile or just have any kind of human interaction.
Exactly.
So I'm all for Doris being there, but
it's the sway now. I was agreeing with Harriet at the start that, set the OAPs for another time, but now I'm kind of like, actually, no. Let them
if I had to shop with one or the other, with either the mums or the OAPs, I'd much prefer the OAPs, because I walk much faster than them. I can get round them. They're generally dithering over something, so you can get round them.
They're quiet. They're not screaming.
No. Very rarely.
They're not running around your feet and around your legs and stuff, and in front of your trolley, and you're trying to get through.
No. It was funny actually. Quite a few years ago, we lived near to my parents, and we went to the same supermarket, but never at the same time. Because my mum, despite being a retired OAP who really should know better, she goes shopping every Friday, the same as every other person in the whole of the town. She has to go. So we never do that. We go shopping in the morning, usually at the start of the week, which is most quiet. But one day we were there, and my mum had no idea that we were there whatsoever. And I thought, oh, this will be great. I'll walk up to her and be like standing next to her, and she'll be like, oh, it scared me. No, I went and stood next to her. She looked up, noticed it was me, didn't register it, and asked me if I could help her look for some cheese.
She is so stone cold. She was just like, oh, your dad wants this kind of cheese, but I can't find it. Can you help me see if we can find that somewhere?
Didn't even say hello.
Like she knew Amanda was there.
Just knew. Yeah. I literally stood next to her, and I was waiting for her to look at me and then do that thing, when people do the old double take. Nothing.
Yeah.
She looked straight at me and said, have you seen the Wensleydale with the little cherries in?
It's almost like she thought you were already with her.
Yeah, probably.
Like, she hadn't realised she didn't go there alone.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking she's like stone cold, nothing will faze her. But in truth, she just was confused.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
just an ordinary woman in her late 60s. Yes. I have no idea.
She's fine with it.
Yeah.
Brought the kids shopping, as you do.
Next time you should just follow her around without her knowing, and then later just report in on things that she might have done that day.
No, I cannot go shopping with my mum anymore. I think I put this on Facebook a little while ago. I went up there, I can't remember why. Oh, my dad had a minor operation, so I got up at the crack of dawn, took him to the hospital, and thought, well, rather than drive all the way back to mine, I'll go to my mum's and keep her company. And then she's like, oh, I want to go shopping, because it's a Friday. So we go shopping. It's 2 of them. They go shopping every Friday. I've never seen so much white bread go in a trolley. Oh, I'll get a baguette and 2 loaves. Oh, and some bread rolls. What? And then some part-baked rolls. And then we were in the delicatessen. Well, no, we weren't in the delicatessen. We were in like the sort of like cut meat section. And she's flipping through ham, like crap. And I'm like, mother.
Well, you said it was like someone like looking through vinyl records and like an old shop.
She's like a hipster looking through vinyl, was what I said. And she was just like through the ham. Just disregarding everything she didn't like. Picked the one out she did like, gave it a sort of steely glare. Oh, I was mortified because she's in her own world, got no idea. But other people are like looking at her like, why has that woman got a metric ton of bread and bought 1 pack of ham?
15 kids at home to feed.
Yeah, I was like, goodness me. Are you
I am a
regular?
little bit like that with the sourdough though.
Hmm.
When you get, and it's not often in because it's in the posh bit. It's in the the artisan breads.
Yes.
Anyway, it always gets sold out. So if it's there, I'm like, having it, and I just take home like 4 loaves, chuck them in the freezer. But yeah, we don't tend to have anything else. We're not like a baguette and 6 bread rolls and.
But these are just.
I don't think I've had a bread roll for years.
Oh, I mean, I dread to think. You know when you suddenly get an insight into someone's life and you're like, ruh-roh. Yeah, and we went around the whole supermarket and I was very surprised by it. But she's probably one of the OAPs that Harriet wants out, so
Yes, most likely.
For the ham.
My mum is Doris getting her.
So you might vote for Harriet's idea then.
Well, as long as it's not my supermarket, my mum can do anything she likes. Anyway, we should probably sign off there.
I suppose.
Lovely talking to you both. I hope it's not a month since we do it again.
Well,
I look forward to seeing where.
Got to do it before Christmas, I suppose, haven't we?
Yeah, a Christmas treat for our viewers.
Yeah, because Carol will miss us if we don't.
Yeah.
I said hello to Carol anyway.
Yeah, hi Carol.
Our viewer. Yeah.
The one person bothering to. She probably didn't get this far.
No,
she's probably turned off by now.
Bored of us by now.
She reads like 82 books a week. She hasn't got time to be listening to this.
Yeah,
crap.
she makes her own videos. She hasn't got
Yeah,
time for
true. That's
busy.
true.
Yeah,
We'll have to have her on one day. Just invite her in.
Yeah,
Have to,
I agree.
Fourth screen. We should have guest.
We should. Who wants to be a guest on here? Can't put your name forward.
Yeah,
We can have a giggle.
Yeah.
While we decide whether we want you or not.
Yeah, this could be an actual clue as to if anyone actually watches it. If you would like to be a guest, do let us know in the comments. Right, time to say goodbye. Maybe we should get on with some writing.
Okay. All right then.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.